Hello, thanks for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. This is going to be a full moon to love moon. Second time I've said that. Full moon to new moon love reading for Gemini placements. Sorry, Geminis, I forgot to light the candle on this side. Very important. As much fire around me as possible. Okay. Geminis, we are going to look at the full moon to the new moon for the month of August. Aquarius, the sign that we have this full moon in. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, planet of innovation, expansion, looking outward, knowing where knowing about tradition, but not really adhering to it. So we're going to look at what is awakening for you and the person on your mind in this connection. Is awakening, what is being explored, and how to be vulnerable through the process, or just any advice that wants to come out. If you don't have someone on your mind, you can take this as a general love reading or just apply it to many cards. The aspect in your life, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, so we have number 24 coming out here for what is awakening. Emptied. Wow, we've got a lot of oracle cards going to come out. I'm going to shuffle one more time to see if I can get one or two more, but if multiple come out, I just might take them and we're going to go from there. So emptied. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. So what is awakening to you might be the natural cycle things. You might be healing from a loss at this time as well, possibly the loss of this is a specific message, but for those of you that are watching that are women, there's something about the loss of womanhood. Some of you are going through menopause, or there's something where you've lost awakening to a loss from the past, maybe that you have to heal from. What is beginning to be explored in this connection? We have ancestors. You're realizing that you and whoever the person is on your mind, this could be a divinely guided connection. What's being explored, you could also be sharing, you could be sharing about the past with this person. You're sharing about your families, and how to be vulnerable through the process, or advice, new beginnings. I feel like this Ancestors card, the new beginnings, I'm getting very much kind of a let it happen vibe here with this card. Go through the process. Let yourself go through the process. Let yourself be reborn is what this is feeling like. Especially with this Ancestors card coming right before new beginnings, and then here there's a loss of a child. There's not possibly like you're awakening to the loss of your own childhood. Take it how it resonates. This doesn't need to be literal, the loss of a child. This could be figurative. I'm just being drawn to, I was sensing the loss of some sort of childlike something right here. And then we have the past, ancestors, matured energy, where you come from. And now we have new beginnings. Something is coming back to you. But it feels new. Feels like you're being reborn a little bit here, Gemini. Possibly you and your person, you and this connection are being reborn. Okay, let's see what comes out here. You might also feel really connected. The indigo chakra might be just very connected. You might actually feel tinglings and stuff at the top of your head, just kind of receiving messages. Very connected. I'll tell you, the High Priestess. You are very connected to the universe right now, Gemini. That's what you're being awakened to. Pay attention to the color purple. Violet, ultraviolet. You're very connected to the violet aura, purple aura right now. These next 2 weeks. There's something resonating at a higher vibration. I'm feeling just inside of you. So the High Priestess with emptied. You are, you're healing something. Right? Remember I said things come back around. Endings and beginnings lie at the side of the same door. There is no ending and there is no beginning, but there is a new beginning here through the past. The High Priestess. I feel like you kind of already know. You know that this is happening. I almost, Gemini, get a sense that you know, almost already like you know what I'm saying here. And I don't mean that you're predicting what's about to come out of my mouth next, but I almost feel like for a lot of you watching this spread is confirmation of what you already know or what you're currently experiencing and going through. Okay. Seven of Swords was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled the High Priestess, so see what that means. We have the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Swords. What is awakening? What's awakening is you. I feel like you're awakening to the idea that you're not going to hold yourself back from your happiness anymore. The Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, can be planning, strategy. But what I'm getting here is that you're not holding, right? There's healing that's being done. You're being given information. You're very connected right now. The Ten of Cups. You know what your happiness is going to bring, and I feel like you're not going to, I feel like the Seven of Swords, honestly, is here saying you're not going to let anyone get in your way. Yeah, we have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. You've done a lot of soul searching, Gemini, and I don't feel like you're leaving something behind here, though you could be. We're going to clarify more and find out. But this feels more like just knowing that you're not going to let deception happen again. Like it's like there's something that you're not going to let happen again. That's what it feels like. Ancestors with the Two of Pentacles. What is being explored in this relationship? That you and this person can balance the past and the present at the same time. That's what this is feeling like. Remember I said it feels like you're sharing about your past with this person, possibly sharing about grandparents, great-grandparents, where you both came from. What does that mean to you? You're exploring the balance of what that, of what sharing those things means in a relationship, in this particular connection. What does it mean to share that information with one another? I feel like you're asking a lot of questions here. Is it going to bring an emotional balance? Is it going to bring more turmoil? It feels like you're, look at that, the Hermit at the bottom of the deck again. Yeah, with Justice. I feel like this is a almost like an experiment that you're conducting to see what's going to work. Is talking about our past going to bring imbalance, or is it going to bring in more emotional turmoil? Wands. Three of Cups. Okay. So it seems like what happens here is that there's burdens expressed. I feel like this is about the past, though, especially with this Ancestors card up here. It feels like talking about the past. It's like you're talking about past demands, responsibilities that were put on you that possibly made you feel unbalanced. I think that's why maybe there's some hesitation to talk about the past. But you, at the same time, you're doing it because you're feeling guided to do so, especially with the High Priestess and Ancestors here. You know that these conversations, whatever's being spoken about or exposed, you know that this needs to happen. And I feel like talking about past burdens actually brings you and this person closer together. Maybe you go out and celebrate. Almost feels like there's like you're able to take a deep breath with this person, you and this connection, and you're able to go celebrate each other. Maybe you go out with friends and family. Maybe you go out with family. And it feels like laying down a burden to actually introduce this person to your family and friends. Advice, new beginnings with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, advice is to walk away from what isn't serving you anymore and to, this card's wanting to come out, accept that new beginning. The King of Swords, your energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. So walking away from heavy emotional situations and accepting a new beginning brings in lots of clarity, possibly even justice into your life. So the Justice card just fell out, Gemini. I don't know. I know it's a little bright there. Yeah, bringing justice into your life. Bringing a sense of balance. There's the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. I feel like not only do you want an emotionally mature connection, but I feel like you have an emotionally mature connection. Yeah, you have something that's very balanced here. Let's look a little further into what is going on. High Priestess, Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, emptied. Yeah, you're releasing something. You're like, but it's not a, it's like, you're not releasing the past, but by talking about it, you're bringing it into balance and you are releasing some burdens. You are laying them down and it feels good. Okay, this High Priestess with the Hierophant. Wow, Gemini, you are going very, 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 I feel like you're time traveling right now. Whatever this connection is, this relationship, whoever you're thinking of, this is such a strong, powerful, deep connection. You are, I feel like you're taking this person on different astral planes with you. You're taking them on these adventures, but they're not happening in the physical realm. Wow. You're taking this person back to the past with you. You could even be, you feel like you're connecting to this person through dreams as well as intuition. There's a really unspoken, powerful connection here. It's aligned and it's strong. It feels like it can stand the test of time because it already stood the test of time. Because you've been connected to this person before. That's why I said, remember when I said this new beginning doesn't really feel like a new beginning? That's why. Because even if this is a new relationship, there is nothing new about your spiritual connection with this person. Wow, okay. Ten of Cups. So beautifully guided with the Ten of Wands again. There's a cycle ending here. A cycle of happiness is not ending. It's a cycle of it's gonna sound strange. You're not burdened by your own happiness anymore. Because your happiness, your present happiness still included the past. But there's an overcoming of that energy in this spread. And so your happiness no longer feels like a burden. Because it's no longer rooted in the past and what left you before. What is this Seven of Swords? Because this feels like, it doesn't feel like deception. It feels like you... Now, the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess again. The High Priestess twice here, Gemini. Listen to your dreams. Write them down. They could be sending you messages. If some of what I'm talking about, you're like, I don't know what she's saying. Pay attention to your dreams. And also really listen to your intuition here. If you're getting a strong feeling, something that comes out of nowhere, just listen to it. I'm not saying act on it, but pay attention to those things. The Seven of Swords with the Eight of Cups and the High Priestess. You're no longer deceiving yourself. You're no longer letting yourself get deceived by the past. And you're so connected right now to that upper chakra. Your third eye, everything. You're very, very open. The Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. What is awakening? Or, sorry, what is being explored? The Two of Pentacles. So it feels like what's being explored is there's a test being, the Two of Cups. So beautiful, Gemini. What's being explored is you sharing your past, your deep past. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Things that I feel like you could have even been ashamed of. You didn't want to share these things, or it felt like a burden to share them. But it brings unity. Remember when I said you were like, oh, is this going to help? Is it not going to help? You have all these questions. It's like you're conducting this experiment. This Two of Cups, I feel, is like confirmation. Like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This could even bond you with someone. The reason you could be putting this person through these tests, Gemini, I'm not saying you're doing this consciously, whether you are or you're not. No judgment. Test the person if you feel like you need to. But what I'm saying here is that I feel that if this is happening, you're doing it because this is someone that you don't ordinarily get with. This is someone that looks very different. They possibly even have a different belief system. They're from a different culture. Maybe they speak another language, a different language than you do. There's something so different about this person. And I feel like you were doubtful that it could work with this person. But it's like the more I almost feel, Gemini, like the more you try and throw this connection off balance, not that you're trying to, but the more you test it, and the more that you're like, oh, this is going to do it, this is going to throw it off balance, and it's going to ruin everything. No, the stronger you two become, the more you actually come together with this person. Like I said, it's because you've known each other before. You're time traveling with this person. And, it's interesting because there's not a lot of talking cards here. There's not a lot of communication up until the Three of Cups. There's not a lot of sharing. This is all happening very internal. You might not have even met this person yet. You might be walking away from someone. I said your happiness isn't rooted in the past anymore. You could currently be walking away from someone, and whether you know it or not, spiritually connecting with someone else that you've known for many lifetimes. Like your souls have known each other. The Ten of Wands with the Magician. I feel like what this is manifesting no more burdens. When I said your happiness is no longer a burden, well, now you're like, I don't even want burdens. I'm done with these burdens. I don't want to manifest heaviness. But I feel like you are manifesting. There's a sense of not wanting responsibility. And I don't say that, I'm not saying that in a negative, bad way. You want a brand new start. You want to feel brand new. Right? New beginnings was your advice here, and how to be vulnerable. I feel like what's happening here is that you're exploring the idea of not having not having responsibilities, and the Three of Cups, being able to celebrate, being able to have a good time. You're exploring also the idea of manifesting some happiness with this person instead of burdens. The Hermit with the Three of Cups. Yeah, okay. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. So you're exploring having a good time with this person, going out, introducing them to friends and family, But you're doing this very mindfully. Once again, you've already done the soul searching. So you know who, a lot of strategy here. You know who you're going to introduce this person to, who you're not. It's almost like you know who's going to be able to handle this person and who won't. The Hermit, the Hermit is a strong character in the sense they've climbed to the top of the mountain to look at themselves. And if you think about the idea of just physically climbing to the top of a mountain, I almost feel like here what's being explored in this connection is like who, if you're with someone, I feel like you hold this person in very high regard, and it's almost like who can live up to not your expectations of this person, who can live up to what you know about this person, who can who's also climbed to the top of the mountain, who's done that soul searching. Because you want to have more than just a good time with this person. But it's starting as a good time. You want it to be light. Because there's something heavy that you've walked away from, the Queen of Pentacles. This could have to do with a death as well, Gemini. You could be going through emptied ancestors, walking away, new beginnings, Queen of Pentacles. This could have to do with the what you're overcoming right now in this time traveling and ancestors. Could have been the passing of a grandmother, a mother, an aunt, someone that you looked at, someone possibly that you even lived with, took care of you. It wasn't a mom, like a caretaker, someone that you looked at in that light. You're being vulnerable with this person about how much that hurt you, how much it hurt to lose that person, to lose this mother kind of figure in your life. That's for some of you. For others of you, the advice is to walk towards, let this new beginning happen and be patient. I feel like be patient with yourself. Take care of yourself. Remember when I said like you're very connected, right? The top of your head here is open. There's a lot of headdresses. People wearing various headdresses or crowns in this spread, and she is no different. She has the pentacle on the top of her head. She's being informed by what is going to be best for her. That's what is on her mind. What is going to be best for her? So I feel like moving forward, doing what's going to be best for you. The King of Swords, it feels like once you do that, logic, like I said, possibly even justice does come in. We have justice down here. You have the Six of Pentacles. There's balance that's able to come in once you concentrate and focus on you. And do it and being patient through that process. You could find yourself getting money given to you that was that used to be owed to you. Yeah. Oh. Big way. Some sort of justice in a money situation could come in. This could be awarded by a judge. I don't see it as being a big sum of money, but there is but it is possible that you are receiving like a payout. And you could be in control of this too, which is, I don't really know what that means. Death with justice. Yeah, your relationships are transforming. Your concept of balance is transforming. I don't think it's ending. Death is not necessarily the end, but it's the transformation. And I feel like this transformation is happening, for some of you because of a loss. Right, there is justice coming in. Some of you lost a mother figure and they left you money and you're getting inheritance. And it's kind of as simple as that with this row here on how to be vulnerable in the next 2 weeks is kind of just let what's coming to you come to you. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've been through a long journey. You're being emotionally mature through all of this. Now, for others of you, if this wasn't a loss, but all this kind of astral time traveling that you've done with this person, for this person, leaving the past behind, focusing on yourself, brings in these judgments, or this, it does feel like a judgment. Even though we don't have the judgment card out here, it's what it feels like. Brings in these balanced judgments that transformed your idea of what balance is. Because it's almost like you're finally able to just to live in balance. You finally have been given balance. It's like we can't see what we don't know. So now you know what actual balance is for you. Like, oh, okay, that's what it is. So this past idea of justice and balance is being transformed into something new. All right, Gemini, thanks for being here. Hope this helped. I hope it resonated. Like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you at your next reading. Take care.